Libra, these are your cards. Libra, your overall energy is the Three of Cups. Celebration as the new year begins in January. Celebration with family and friends and loved ones. In week 1, you have the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. In week 2, you have the Magician. In week 3, you have the Six of Pentacles. And in week 4, you have the Devil. Week 1 is a brand new beginning. A passionate new beginning with the Ace of Wands. And with the Page of Pentacles, it's perhaps communication. It might be slow going at first because the year is just starting. The new year. And yes, a passionate new beginning, growing in the new year. And with abundance, as it's a pentacle, Page of Pentacle. I see a lot of green and not green, but like a lot of grass and trees and growth on that wand. And he's staring lovingly at the pentacle. But he needs to multiply it, as you look like you do in week 3, because in week 2 you have the Magician, and that's the manifester. He has all the suits, all the aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and Ace of Cups, and he can manifest and make whatever he likes, create whatever. All the cards have some sort of growth, except a little bit on the Six of Pentacles. So the Magician is the great manifester, and I love the eye on his cloak. A lot of signs have gotten the Magician recently, either for December or for December actually, so you're probably one of the few that got it for January, but it just means you're powerful, Libra. Of course, we know that. In week 3 is the Six of Pentacles, which is, I'm going to say a Libra card because it has the scales on it. And yeah, giving to who deserves it. And balancing. Being generous because you can, but it's who deserves it, what's fair. And in week 4, it's figuring out how to get what's unfair out of your life. That's what it is. What are you chained to that you need to release yourself from? I'm just noticing the wings. And it's time to free yourself from any bonds that are not yours and you don't want. Then with the Three of Cups, it's a celebration, but make sure you're celebrating with everyone that you want to be celebrating with. Let's see what the clarifiers bring. Please like and subscribe. Libra, these are your clarifiers. Okay, Libra, this is nice. So the overall energy is the Knight of Cups, the other overall energy. So perhaps, yes, a love offer amongst your friends. You meet someone at a party or over the holidays. You met them and it turns into something more. Maybe it's at work. Maybe it's a family get-together. Who knows? clarifying the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles is the Page of Swords, which is communication, curiosity, learning. This card has been coming up a lot all the time, so perhaps people are curious about learning things about themselves and others. The learning may be a theme. It is a part of Libra's I won't say DNA, but just a part of your, a trait of your sign, learning. Or is that Sagittarius? But, I mean, we all have to learn something at some point. Whether we're starting a new job, whether we're starting a new relationship, or just to keep the brain fresh and healthy. Gotta keep learning new things. In week 2, you have the Magician, clarified by the Two of Wands. That means you can create what you want in the world because you have the world in your hand. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, the person on the card with the Two of Wands is holding a wand in the left hand, and in the right hand they have the world, and they're looking out into the world. You can create whatever you want in the world as the Magician, Libra. That is your duty if you take it, if you so choose to take it, your mission. Or it is your choice. But responsibility is coming up into mind. So it's your responsibility. But it's all a choice. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. So 2 sixes is a definite yes to any questions you might have. As one well-known tarot reader would say, yes, you are right, and you are on the right track, on the right path. It's a lovely reading, especially because in week 4 with the Devil, you have the Nine of Cups. So that means that either you have to get the toxic person out of your life, which will lead to the Nine of Cups, or perhaps that will lead to fulfillment. It's interesting that the vacuum comes on next door as soon as you, I say this, and suddenly stops. So, there is something there, but you are heading towards the Nine of Cups. So, fulfillment is yours if you want it. And you can have it with the Magician, Six of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. And who knows, even the opposite can help us sometimes. We never know where help's going to come from. Yeah, everything's here for a reason and a purpose and a season. So, this looks like a nice stable reading for January, and it will be a good month for you, Libra. It's calm, kind of like you can be. So, enjoy it, and speak again.